Coach, we at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Now a first down throw. Keenum. And Sutton throws it in over the middle. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On second down, here's Keenum. Steps away to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, but someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, that run wasn't very successful. They did have a big one on the previous play. So you get the sense that the offense is probing around, trying to find the ones that are going to work. And when they find them, they'll keep coming back to them.
Now Keenum throwing on second. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys in the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here we go on 4th. Keenum being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former Broncos scored a touchdown for him in the Super Bowl. Malik Jackson. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards. A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. Room here to run. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles. I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
Able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From midfield, here's Bortles. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Roger. Hey, 52. Hey, go, Roger.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. The 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Hey, 52. Get out. We're good. Hey, go, Roger.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Roger. Hey, orange, orange.
Here's Keenum now on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Broncos are in for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, son. I'll take it.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. Bortles to throw on second down. He goes underneath for Yeldon. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
So right. Lucy. Hank. Hey, 24 Ricky.
Bortles going to try and throw on third down. And the third down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Bortles. McManus, Westbrook complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's going to be caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Andre, half what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jackson. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, Keenum. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Down, down. All right,
on first down, it's Keenum. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, 37 yards. And the Broncos are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now it's Keenum. And they're going to get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Lee. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And running with power here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Bortles again. Buying time to his left. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, right now, Charles, we sit in the thick of preseason, and, of course, that means we're in the thick of fantasy football draft season. So, you know, the top 5, it's good to have David Johnson back, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, all studs. Who would you take number 1 in a fantasy draft?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would look at Todd Gurley and David Johnson as my top 2 picks. Johnson missed all of last season with a wrist injury, and with potentially a rookie quarterback.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Lucy.
To throw is Bortles. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Let's take it inside his own 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Hey, go, Roger.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum rolling to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Got his man, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, 48 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's got room. And they are finally going to stop him, but what a return. All the way to the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Bortles now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Seferian-Jenkins from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars are back within a score. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Keenum on 1st down. Left side here to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Sanders here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 64 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, hey, switching gears for a second, halfway through the preseason, any big takeaways that you've seen so far, Charles?
Just a few come to mind. Number one, the roster of 90 that stays that way throughout preseason, I think is a boon for every team because you can practice a little bit better, get a few more things done because you have more bodies, and those guys get to get on tape for 4 preseason games, so I think that's really good. The other part is normal execution, struggle a little bit. Early in the season, guys trying to get it back together. And last but not least, the practice of coming together with another team, 2 joint practices before a preseason game, becoming more and more widespread, and you're getting a lot of really good competition practice with the best versus the best from each team.
That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
Lucy.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. In for the score. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On second down, here's Bortles. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Now Bortles. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Very left, very left. Down. 22. 22.
On second down, here's Keenum. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Down. Hey, 50.
Now Keenum throwing on second. And he's got some space here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Keenum now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Keenum. They set up the screen to Booker. He got 29 yards that time. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Down. Hey, 52. Hey, down. Hey, go, Roger.
Now Keenum. This will be caught at about the 6. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through, and that will push the lead up to 5.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. Yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. They'll look to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.